Look, we got a whole lot going on because it's just now going live.
Oh,
Happy Monday, y'all. You missed the whole thing with the queen on the scene. Then we brought the king again on the scene.
I just got the notification. We just went live right now.
Wait a minute. I did that intro for nothing.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
But see, what had happened was, right, and and at first, but we hit second. It's all good. Life happens to the best of us, right? And sometimes you just got to make it do what it do. So here we are. Happy Monday, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. I'm so glad you tuning in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Strengthen you with the come through in the building.
Yeah. This show is going to be very interesting. Oh my God.
This show's gonna be so fun. Let me just say, my weekend was lit. I got to spend it with my family and my brother for his 48th birthday, and he cried a little bit, and it was happy tears. So it was a good weekend. So that's why I sound like I sound, and look how I look, and all unprepared because I literally just got in from a flight this morning at 6:30 somebody, but I had to drive from Denver.
Yeah, what time did you leave?
I left. I had to be at the airport by 4 in the morning.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was a struggle, man. And then I got caught in traffic, but nevertheless, that ain't even important right now. We here, y'all. Happy Monday. We made it through the weekend. Yes, yes, yes. Today's topic is going to be interesting because there's a lot of this ain't that. So this is about to be a fun one. I'm kind of excited. But how you doing, Sir Wisdom?
Yo, get yourself together. I'll take over for a second. I had a chill weekend.
No,
going back to last week, I celebrated.
How you was doing?
What?
I asked you how you was doing. You didn't have to stop me, Negro. I said, how you doing?
And I said, get yourself together.
That ain't answering my question.
I was going to let the people know. Yo, stay in your box. Stay in your box up there. Stay in there. Don't come down here.
Trying to come over here.
I'm going to come to Daytona.
Stay there. Stay there.
Tell the people
anyway, how you doing. I'm doing good, man. This last weekend was pretty chill. Last week I celebrated my birthday. It was a good birthday. Spending time with friends and family. And I'm here now. I'm doing good though. I'm doing good.
Well, good job.
Glad you enjoyed your birthday.
I did. The only thing I was missing was you, Courage.
Hey. Look, you see? Caught me off guard.
Yeah, all I'm gonna be your toast today because I'm throwing out random shit today.
Well, don't be too random. We kind of got a situation going on. Don't do too much random shit.
What you mean? Don't be too random.
This ain't that, Junior. The show is called.
Look, we too crunk.
That was good. That was good.
No, we too crunk. We too crunk now.
You're gonna say reel it in. Yes, but no, y'all, for real, I got an interesting word for us today. I got our people because urban intellects be helping us learn who our history is because it's important. Again, as we talk about history, y'all need to tell us about your people. We want to know more about your history so we can know more about who you are. That teaches us more and more things. So put that history out there. Hey, homie.
Hey, homie.
But this is about to be an interesting word, okay? So, but I got a fun thing I didn't get to play. I didn't get to do it. The word of the day, don't wait, educate.
I like the picture.
That's what that word of the day is.
Why is it not coming in the whole way though?
I don't know what had happened. But what's this word? Ortugonal. I just said that, ortugonal.
Say it again.
I'm trying to sound it out too.
Oh.
Yes. Yo, What you had this morning? Bacon? You're like,
I had nothing. I just told you I'm on 2.5 hours of sleep. I might just be a little.
Take a nap. Take a nap. Take a nap, and come back.
Let me pause this right now.
I already know I ain't gonna say that right.
Ortugano.
You got this. You got this courage. Ortugano.
Ortugano.
Gano.
Gano.
You was right there and you just stopped.
I was like, she's doing so good. And we stopped.
I think I'm gonna Ortunga. Okay, you keep going. Let me over here. I'm over here working on.
Okay, well, don't work on it out loud so we don't know you working on it too. Okay, but no, let's find out what this word means, Ortugano, because this is an interesting word. I've never seen this word before. Wow, let's find out. If it want to act right, Ortugano, May 22nd, 2023.
That ain't the right word. Is that the right word?
Oh, orthogonal. We was both wrong.
Oh, wow.
Wait a minute. Hey, is it two different words?
Well, give them two different words. This show is. I didn't spell it right, girl, because I did. Well, now y'all know that's what happens when you don't get only 2.5 hours of sleep.
Yo, I didn't even know this till right now. Orthogonal.
Okay, now I got to go with the say the word.
Just follow this one. We playing it again.
Orthogonal. Orthogonal.
You hear it?
Orthogonal.
That's gonna turn into a song. Orthogonal. 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 Okay. Okay, for real. It says of or involving right angles. At right angles.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to go for number 2?
Of an experiment having variables or variants which can be treated as statistically independent. I don't know what that means, bro.
Me neither.
We're finna read these sentences, y'all, and find out together, because I like that you were honest. That's beautiful. Be honest with the people.
Hold on. Let me see. Can I get a meeting out this first sentence?
Okay.
There's no way I can get an identical corner on this cup without measuring carefully.
Orthogonal.
Orthogonal.
Yo, Kurt sounded like, you know, a little kid when you're trying to sound out words with a little kid and they don't want to do it. That's what Kurt sounded like. Orthogonal.
Just because I'm trying to
start cussing like fuck that word.
I'm trying to sound it out. I didn't think I was saying it.
Okay, y'all. Let me see. The wallpaper had a faint orthogonal grid pattern behind the flowers. Okay. I understand that.
In your second experiment, can you explain the orthogonal variables?
Okay. Look, now I see something, y'all. I don't know if y'all see what I see, but all of our fans listening, you should go ahead on YouTube and watch, because this asks a question that I'm curious about. Why this word?
I know.
Oh, it's stuff that it's got to do with math, and I don't want to talk about it no more. That's why this
word. Right angle.
Yeah, they talking about right angles. I don't want to talk about it.
I don't even walk in a right angle.
Let me see if I can put it in a sentence.
Let's go.
A triangle has 3 orthogonal corners.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
See, it would take you.
Now that you said that, though, you gave me one. A square has 2 equal orthogonal sides.
Does that work?
Why don't it? This orthogonal is to.
No. I think an orthogonal, if you read that correctly.
She said,
Hi, Vanessa. Why is everybody asking where's Jeff? You don't do this show.
He not on this show. we might do something with that. We're gonna have him for a guest, because obviously We need all the colors in the rainbow to be on one accord. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, come back. Come back.
Anyway, and diagonal is a right angle corner, no? A right angle? So that makes this.
Yeah, and a square has 2 orthogonals.
4. The square has 4 corners.
No, it got 4, but I didn't say corners. I was talking about actual, because a right angle, you actually have to have an L for an angle.
Okay.
Okay, so don't be trying to ruin my sentence. We didn't leave him behind, Sugarfoot. We just laughed with him on the other show. Your turn, Courage. You got an orthogonal, or we moving on?
We moving on.
Okay.
You're not gonna have me in an orthogonal angle.
Okay. But for history.
In the corner.
In the corner.
In the corner.
Well, we got a special little thing that's coming for you next. You know what time it is?
When you motivate, you elevate. It's motivation time.
Hey, yo. So this week I want to start off by saying we're not always going to be our optimal best, right? A thing I've noticed, I do a lot of workouts and that's great, but I neglect certain things because, I don't want my life to be workout, sleep, repeat, workout, sleep, repeat. I find that we have to, as stroke survivors, we have to work on ourselves so much that sometimes things kind of go by the wayside. So what I want to say for motivation time is if you say you're going to do something, then do it, right? Be accountable. Have a friend. Have somebody that's going to keep you in check because we all need to work on something, right? No one's perfect. I still have things I need to work on, even though I work out a lot and I do what I do, but we have to be accountable. And I had this quote. I should have had this ready. But I had this quote that kind of defines what it is to be accountable. And I think it's a really good one. So the quote is by, the quote is, Jesus Christ. Okay. The quote is by Mina B. MINAAB. And it says, where am I? Okay. Being held accountable is an act of generosity and compassion. It is a gift that someone gives us to correct our wrongs, unlearn, and do better for the sake of our own growth. It might be uncomfortable, but it's worth having the discomfort. So what that says is we're put in positions that we're not always going to be comfortable with in handling it, right? But having somebody or something that keeps you accountable is a way to kind of grow as a person and unlearn something and learn something, right? We're not finished like learning once we're done with school. That's why we do the word of the day, because I didn't know what orthogonal was until today, so I learned something. So be accountable, continue to learn, and continue to push forward. With that, I leave you guys and thank you for motivation time, and I'll see you guys next week.
No, that was and I love it, and I agree with you 100% that having somebody in your corner, that's why they tell you hang around winners, hang around like-minded people, because when you want to do something differently than you done before, you got to surround yourself with that type of energy and that those people, because sometimes you're gonna have those days where it's like you don't feel like it, or you just get that habit of not doing it. So if you have that support system, it helps you keep yourself accountable. So I agree with you 100%, brother. And I think that was awesome motivation time.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Then y'all know what that means.
It's beautiful to be courageous. Let's have beauty and courage.
Okay, it was a courageous weekend, and I had a lot of I went through a lot this weekend. I drove 3 hours to get to an event. 3 hours. I drove 3 hours. And so you know how I'm always my hair had to be perfect, my outfit had to be perfect. Did none of that happen. Went to the dollar store to get a brush, everything. I was good. Got there and guess what happened? Rain.
Oh
Started
no.
pouring down. I'm thinking I'm not going. I'm gonna sit in the car. I'm not getting out. I'm gonna have to walk in the mud. My cane gonna slip. And it came down to understanding that we have to accept our flaws. Like, don't let our flaws stop us. Don't let nothing hold us back. And I just was thinking, like, what strengthen you, baby? I'm coming up in here regardless. I'm talking about a lace front, rolled up from the rain, wig just standing straight up, frizzed up, but I still went in and I became the sunshine for the court. And
Yeah.
that's what it represents. Like during that darkest moment, I almost turned around and went back. But I faced my flaws and my fear and I kept going.
So sad.
I like that.
I love that. I love that so much that you just opened me up that I'm about to tell y'all what happened to me this weekend. It's only one
no.
thing. It's
We scared.
Whenever strength is like, I have something to tell y'all. I'm like, oh no.
Listen, it's gonna end up in my comedies because of course the best comedians have the most roughest lives, right? So let me tell you what happened. As a stroke survivor, y'all know our bladder ain't always the best bladder. Sometimes that thing it fall apart. So I was doing real Gucci. I was good. I held it for a good 45 minutes because I was on the road and we got so much construction going on that wasn't nowhere to pull over to go. I was stuck. So I'm over here thinking about chicken. I'm holding it in and I'm doing good. Soon as I make it to the airport and I get out to walk into the airport, I'm doing good with the first few steps. I get inside. That thing just started running down my leg.
No.
The best part, though, I had on some flower pants, so nobody knew until I sat down and stood back up, and the seat was wet as fuck. Now, see, the old me would have cried about this. I would have been so embarrassed, and I would have just broke down and just. I was so courageous and walked through everywhere and sat on every chair. I got me some little paper towels and just wiped it when I was done. Because listen, it is what it is. I couldn't make it. You can't crowd. It's like what they used to say. You can't crowd with spilled milk. You clean up the mess and you keep moving. So that's kind of what it was. You know what I'm saying? That was the situation. And this day, penny liners didn't save me.
I had an experience. I was coming out the building and the security guard was like helping me to the car. And he said, I got your walker.
Mm-hmm.
And the minute I stopped and I looked, and it was at that moment that I was like, I have changed because the old me would have took it offensive. And I was like, that's not a walker, that's a cane. Don't not my encouragement to get up on the cane. Don't do that. And he just bust out laughing. We were just rolling while he was just walking me to the car. And I said, how you gonna be security? You let me come in with a weapon.
Look, I told them people, I said, I hope you got some of the medical grade wipes because I done pissed on myself, not on purpose.
Oh my God, you told them?
I did, because they got to clean this up. I don't want nobody to sit in this situation and have a problem. I don't have shame in this anymore because I'm a stroke survivor. It's drunk people who do this shit. Like, they just drunk. You know what I'm saying?
So, they're used to it.
It don't happen all the time. It's not like an everyday thing to where I'm like, oh my God. It's like, it is what it is. I didn't have outlet. It's so much construction, and anybody probably know all over their city is construction happening everywhere. So I mean, it ain't no different here. And I didn't have a spot, so it just was what it was. And with every step, it just slowly. And like I said, the old me would have cried about it. But today, like I said, this ain't that. And we ain't crying about spilled milk. We're cleaning up messes and we doing what's necessary to get through.
There's nothing funnier than a stroke survivor who needs to take a piss really bad. Yesterday I had to it was 12 o'clock a day, and I had to a meeting. I was like, all right, in my head, I was like, we can go to the bathroom or we can piss in the bed. And it was really I was leading to pissing in the bed. But because I didn't want to get up. You know when you're comfortable and you're like, oh, you're in your spot. And then I was like, I'm not trying to clean up this piss tomorrow. I shucking John my ass over to the bathroom. And then I go to take down my pants so I can piss or whatever. Boy, and I started acting like I was James Brown. I was over here all over the place.
Oh my God.
I didn't mess in my bed though. So that's a W.
Well, yeah, that was a W, but I had an L, but it turned into a W because I walked around with my crown on with pride.
You didn't give a shit, huh?
I did not. At first, when it was happening, as the steps was happening and it was coming, I was like, "Oh, this is bullshit." I'm starting to, but I can't let it show on my face because if I let it show on my face what's going on, people gonna start to pay attention. So you gotta have your pimp game face. So
yeah,
I had to keep
your poker face.
Yeah, I had to keep it pimping. Did what I had to do, and then paper towels was my best friend because I had on a big ass diaper of paper towels.
Yo, Joy, you know what I've noticed? I've known you for over a year now, and you piss your pants more than anyone else I ever met in my life.
I know. I'm just the only one who
tells. Who me?
Yeah. There's probably other ones who miss themselves, but you're so.
They not stroke survivors. They not stroke survivors either.
No. I can just imagine you with a paper towel diaper. That's ridiculous. Yeah. James,
look, I pray every time I get up. I ain't even gonna tell no story. Every time I get up, because sometimes I don't even think I have to pee, and it just come down like water.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
I got a double whammy. Not only am I a stroke survivor, but I got 2 kids. So that whole situation ain't sitting right anyway because they destroyed my man. It just falls out of you now, kind of halfway. You sneeze and a little trickle comes down. You don't know. It's a situation. But anyway, okay, we're going to leave that alone. But the point of the whole point is to what Courage was saying. You take everything for what it is and you embrace it. Don't cry over spilled milk. We'll clean it up and we keep it moving. Her wig was all a mess and my pants was a mess. And we still did what we had to do with a smile on our face.
Oh, but it feels so good, though.
It's empowering because you know who you are. And can't nobody tell you who you are despite your flaws. We all got them.
Yeah, once you stop thinking about what the opinion of other people and you just laugh it off, you just be in such a good mood. I just been smiling for 48 hours, I swear.
Oh, look at him quote. I love you, James. There's a purpose in the pain. Don't give in to giving up on you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, honey. But no, that's facts, y'all. But let me tell y'all, let's get into this history real quick so we can get on into the topic.
Mama. Hey.
We got a little history going on because, like I said, urban intellectuals make sure we know a little history. So today we're going to talk about the Harlem Renaissance and Claudette Colvin. Claudette Colvin, born September 5th, 1939. Oh, she's still alive to today. Okay.
Claudette Colvin?
Yeah, Claudette Colvin.
Colvin.
Got you.
Okay. She's a pioneer of the civil rights movement. 9 months before Rosa Parks, on March 2nd, 1955, at only 15 years old, she refused to move from a seat on the bus. Nobody told you about her. She had been paid. Oh, she had paid the fare and felt it was her constitutional right to board the bus. They dragged her off the bus, then handcuffed her and took her to an adult jail at the age of 15.
No.
She is not as much celebrated in the African American civil rights movement. Many believe this is because she was perceived to be darker toned and she was pregnant. So back in those days, y'all know how that went. That was like a double whammy. She black and pregnant. What? And she 15? You better fall back.
Mm-hmm.
But Coven had a child that was born out of wedlock at the age of 16. And on the 1st of February 1956, she served as a star witness alongside of 4 plaintiffs for the Bowder versus Galen case. And this landmark federal case, chaired by the 3-judge panel, ended the history of segregation on public transportation in Alabama and other states in America. So not only Rosa Parks, but Claudette Colvin helped to kind of give us equal rights with this bus.
Yeah, that's true. I never heard of her until right now. So,
and she's still alive today, so that's kind of awesome to know.
Crazy. Yeah,
so shout out to you, Miss Colvin. If you watch this show, we see you, girl. We salute you. Real talk, we salute you, honey. So the Harlem Renaissance, guys. That's Harlem, New York, from the 1920s to the mid 1930s. It's a cultural, social, and artistic explosion. A new Negro movement actually grew out of changes that had taken place in the African American community since the abolition of slavery. It's the period of time when African Americans were encouraged to celebrate their heritage, racial pride, creative expression, and intellectualism. Significant figures include Louis Armstrong, Duke Ellington, Claude McKay, Zora Neale Hurston, Betsy Smith, Paul Robeson, and Langston Hughes. So that just means at a later date, I got to go into some of these people because I know a couple of them are poets and musicians, but I don't know about all of them. So that's something to look into. But that's just to say, look into your history and learn about our culture, man, because there's so much stuff we missing and lacking, not even just in the African American communities, in all communities. I would love to learn more about Junior's Latin.
What we need to do, like, I need to find those like Hispanic people.
Yeah, I know. I got some actually coming up, and I'm learning more about Black folks to realize that more people are Black than we know, y'all. Like we mixed up. Here's some that's coming up soon. There's an Afro Latino Caribbean deck. So that's going to be an interesting deck. So we're almost through the first deck, but yeah, y'all, there's a lot of history out here that needs to be just.
Where did you find that, by the way?
I was on. I think I found these on Facebook.
Really?
Yeah, I'll send you the website, the Urban Intellectuals. They might have some for all cultures, because I'm sure they want to kind of give to all people, for everybody to kind of know their history. Because I feel like if you know your history, if you know where you've been, you kind of know where you're going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why we do this thing and why it's important for us to do that. But let's get into this topic because we almost through the episode, and I'm excited to talk about why this ain't that. Because let me throw some examples.
You guys got so ghetto just now. You were like shaking your head, and then Curves was like, yup. Yup. I'm like,
Right? The hood.
I've got up down here.
We just gonna sit straight, Joy.
Well, see, the reason why, let me tell you why a little flavor comes with the This Ain't That episode. Because in this example, because we're stroke survivors, people think we're stupid. Or because you heavy set, they think you have bad health. Or because you Black, you ghetto. Or just so many, because this, it must be that. And we just want to get to the bottom of some of the things that we feel like this ain't that. So let's start with you, Brother Wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
What are you feeling about This Ain't That?
The fact that, like you mentioned earlier, like stroke survivors are like dumb. That's like a thing I've noticed that kind of goes around. And to be honest, like I've fallen victim, and I'm a stroke survivor, and I've fallen victim to that way of thinking. But then I meet people like yourself, Courage, Jeff, shout out Jeff, uh, who are very like smart and have something to say. And there's a lot more smart people out there that we give like knowledge and acknowledgement to. So yeah, this ain't that. Like I'm not dumb. I play dumb on TV, but I'm
Right.
not dumb.
But look, no, you said something though, and I'm probably about to piss some people off. But I was talking
Mm.
to my nephew the other day when I was in Chicago, of course, the other day. And we was talking about handicapables and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, well, I seen this man get pissed off because the people didn't hold the door open for him because he in a wheelchair. And it kind of made me mad because I'm like, well, this ain't that. Like, if you want to be out here with the people doing regular things, you can't expect special treatment because you have a handicap. You know what I'm saying? This ain't that. Don't feel like because we on a cane or because you're in a wheelchair or because you're a stroke survivor or because whatever your ailment is, that you get special privileges or special treatment or somebody's supposed to go above and beyond just for you. Like that ain't no psych.
You mentioned that the other day I went to the dollar store, and it's sort of like they should have like doors that are like easy accessible. You talked about that a while ago, but they did it right. They have one of the pull and push kind of doors, and this lady was going in right when I was like going in, but she was like completely oblivious and just went in and let the door close behind her. And I was like, for a second, I felt like, damn, if you would have paid attention, you would have
Right.
seen I was coming through. You would have held it open. But I just went about my business and I got the door, opened it, and did my thing. But for that split second, I kind of was under that impression of like, why did she open the door for me? And then I thought about it, and I was like, you're not special. Like you're just like everybody else. You want to do everything like everybody else. You got to deal with it like everybody else.
Yeah.
So you got to take the good with the bad, right?
Right. To like we talked about to a degree though. Like this ain't that, but at the same time, they need to make it to where it is accessible for people to be able to do basic things and not feel like they can't do it because the door is a push or pull type thing, or one of those, the roundabout doors.
So we have revolver doors.
Yeah, so it's like I feel you 100%. But hey girl,
Hey,
hey boo. But no, it's just it's so many things as people with not only disabilities, even privileged people with money or whatever feel like they're supposed to get certain things because of what they have or where you come from or how you look. But this ain't that. That ain't how the world works. Like, just because I grew up in the hood don't make me angry and aggressive and don't mean that I get welfare and you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
it's just so many things that people put you in these
Categories.
boxes. Yeah, it's like it's another way to say
It's kind of like stereotyping in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Courage, what are some things that you feel, what do people do with that you feel like this ain't that?
I feel like just because I am a stroke survivor that I'm not supposed to want to be dressed up or I'm not supposed to want to be pretty or put on makeup. Like I feel like that is taken away from you. Like you supposed to look like what you done went through.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. And then no.
Yeah. Or like I know I experienced like, trying to get things trying to get things situated with like your benefits, your disability, and they talk to you like you trying to get something for free.
Yeah.
Or you're not really handicapped. You just trying to get a check. Or no, baby, I don't want your check. That ain't what it is. I used to work. Like it's that category that when you try to go get help, they just automatically think that you're trying to get something for free.
Yeah.
Plus, this ain't it. Just because you're a plus size woman does not mean that you eat a lot.
To be honest, most plus size women don't eat enough. That's why they plus size women, because everything they eat turns into fat. So,
but that's a stereotype. That,
yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Like all big people have diabetes, or skinny people don't have diabetes, and that's not facts. Like skinny people could be just as unhealthy as big people. So it's really not about assuming. You shouldn't assume, because assumptions make you do what? Anyway.
Make your ass out of you and me.
Thank you.
Assume. Oh. Hey, Jerry.
What's up, Jerry? Good morning. But no, just like for instance, just because I'm loud don't mean I'm angry. Meaning like when I'm passionate about something, people swear. Some people, if you don't know,
I hate that. I hate that.
You swear I'm angry, and it's like if you really hear what I'm saying to you, you will hear there is no anger in what I'm saying to you. I'm just really strong and passionate about what I'm saying.
Yep.
So that I think that's one of my biggest pet peeves.
I think that has a thing to do with how you want to talk. Like just how you just said, just because you loud, people think you angry. Or just because I have a hard voice, people think I'm mad. Or and it's like, no, I'm not mad. I'm the most nicest person. I'm chilling at this moment, but because I have a hard voice, they automatically assume that.
Right. But just because I'm horny don't make me a hoe. Like, I feel you.
I was not expecting that. I'm like, we're all serious and no,
just because I know some little secrets don't mean I've been around the block 3 or 4 times.
No,
y'all the worst. Y'all at the love. Y'all got it right now.
I think so funny out there because life is already serious, and this is a serious topic, but at the same time, it's a fun and funny one because it's a lot of things that people make assumptions about just because you are knowledgeable about certain things, and they make assumptions, and it's like, no, I just know what I want, or I know what I'm doing because I've been there, done that, so it is what it is type deal. So I just felt the need to say that.
Oh, I got one.
I'm over all the stereotypes all over the place, and I thank y'all for continuing to be y'all. Hey, girl, yes, amen. Thanks, Jerry. Thanks.
I got this stereotype. My best friend is Snow White.
Hey, okay.
Snow White. Every time we go somewhere, people assume she's my caregiver. So one day we went into the store.
I think she's saying her friend is a white lady. So
okay.
Together.
Okay.
Yeah, they assume she's my nurse, my caregiver.
Yeah.
My caretaker. So one day we went in the store and she pat me on my back. And I said, girl, you better stop doing that. You better stop. You don't have to hit me. They're going to call them people on you. And everybody in the store just stopped and turned and looked at her. And she turned blue, stopped red. She said, girl, I ain't your caregiver. I'm your friend.
Yo, there's one thing that my brother does all the time now that really chops in my ass. We walk sometimes, it looks like we're drunk. And I'm walking into the store and he'll be like, oh, he had too many cold ones. And I'm like, yo, don't be telling me people think I'm raging alcoholic. Aren't we drinking like that?
I know. Sometimes you got to have fun with it because it'd be funny. Some of the stuff we do to the other boy, it'd be funny. Just to see how people react to something you don't know nothing about.
Hey, y'all, in the comments, put us some this ain't that. Give us some of your this ain't that. Just because this don't mean that. Give us some. Hit us with the comments. Let us know what some this ain't that. I'm curious.
Someone really liked your horny line there.
See, so if they did it backwards, they actually are a hoe. We're just not horny hoes.
Hell no.
Undercover.
This is a great Monday episode, guys. I really love you today.
I need you to reel it in. Reel it in.
Okay. We back.
Hell no.
No, people assume just because you handicapable that you get money from the government, and it's a lot. Like you get a big check, you don't get no money. We broke out here. All we need go fight.
I don't get assistance, and I'll tell you what. There was this lady today that she was driving Lyft, and she was like, "Yeah, I get a disability check," and I was like, "She was fine," and I'm looking at her like.
You went in there and you was too smart. See, I learned something about the government. If they think you smart, they ain't gonna give you no money. But if you would have went in there and you would have been a little mentally off, they would have gave you a little something pimping. So go back and next time put your arm tight.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna start.
That ain't okay. That is not okay.
Don't do it on the show. They gonna play it back in front of you.
You can tell everybody is on here tired and delirious.
I might have been, y'all. I'm sorry. I just want to say I'm sorry.
I'm crying.
That was hilarious.
It probably was too funny. You don't ever do that again. But no, seriously, y'all hit me with the this ain't that.
This is how you start your Monday out. Laughing.
Yeah.
Amen. I didn't qualify because I have a nursing license. That's crazy. She couldn't get this. So that means just because you get a nursing license don't mean you're going to have a nursing job. So see, life just happens to people in all kind of ways. So the government shouldn't assume because she got a degree that she can use it right now. So if she need what she need, it shouldn't be a problem to get disability. But because who they are, they're going to make it hard. And it's like pulling damn teeth to get what's necessary for you to be okay. And this is why also I encourage anybody who want to go back to school and to keep building yourself and own something for yourself. Because if you have a way to not work for the government and can build your own, do that. Because man, it's hard out here and it's getting worse.
Yeah. So, you always live in that fear.
Yeah.
They give it, they can take it.
Just as quick as they gave it, they can take it away. Absolutely. Right. I have a diploma, not even a degree. Wow.
That's crazy.
That is very crazy.
Man.
This ain't it, U.S. government. This ain't it.
But no, seriously. Some more examples, though. Just because you're in a relationship don't make you happy. Just because people post on Facebook that they having this miraculous life don't make it so. Like, there's a lot of this ain't that's around here. So I guess the basis to this whole show is don't make assumptions about nothing. Don't make assumptions about your health. Don't make assumptions about other people. Don't make assumptions about your recovery. Because as long as you put in that work, everything else going to follow suit. You know what I'm saying? So you shouldn't make assumptions and put this with that because one don't have nothing to do with the other. That's the whole point. So.
Yeah, you said something, don't assume with your health. And that like really registered. Like just because you think everything is all good now doesn't mean it's gonna be like that forever, right? Mm-hmm. Before I had my stroke, everything was I felt untouchable. I felt invincible. There was nothing you could have told me like that could have been a warning for me. Like there was plenty of doctors though, like yo, you need to slow down. And I was like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then I had the stroke, and it was like, oh. Okay.
Right. It teaches you. It forced you. It forced you into the place that you should have been in, but you was too hard-headed to see.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So definitely don't assume about your
But
health.
even vice versa, like you said, even if your health is declining right now, do not give up on yourself or your health. Do the things that's necessary. Start taking little small walks, drink more water, meditate, like speak life into yourself, because what you spit out starts to register with your brain that actually believes. So if you start to say you're okay, you may not be perfect, but I mean you'll start to be a little more okay than what you were. So don't steady decline by beating yourself up more and saying what ain't, because it's just negative self-talk. Negative self-talk don't get you nowhere.
Yeah,
So,
and I share this with my brother, and I think it's very vital as we get older, learn how to stretch, right? Because he works outside in a construction job, and he's used to like just going, right? And I'm like, yo, 10 minutes before you start like lifting heavy, stretch, right? So you don't pull a muscle, or you like we're not 20 anymore, right? Like we're in our 30s, right? So the older you get, learn how to stretch and take don't take your body for granted, because it can easily get shut down real quick.
what you said, for real. And Catherine make a good point right here. She's saying watch popular people for motivation. That's facts. I don't know if people realize the music, the people, the company that you keep has a lot to do with your self-motivation, your drive, your tenaciousness, and how hard you want to work. Because if they working hard, you're gonna want to work hard. But if you got lazy people around you who steady just negative and what they can and what this just everything's so bad, you're gonna start to think just like them and adopt those thoughts. So it's definitely
What is that saying? Birds of a feather flock together.
Absolutely.
Hi,
What's up, honey?
I love Heather. I love me.
Yeah.
But you love her so much that you missed support group on Friday twice.
Okay.
Different show.
I was in Orlando. And I was hanging out with my niece and nephew.
He was turning up.
I wasn't turning up. I wish I was turning up, but I wasn't turning up. I was hanging out with my niece and nephew.
Oh, well, no, that's really good. So that's even better. So look, that's another this ain't that. I assumed this and it wasn't that. He was doing stuff with his niece and nephews, having a good time and building family and new memories and all that good stuff. That's important too. For real. So
yeah,
little people change the game for real if you're having a bad day. So if you got little people in your corner and you can surround yourself with some little people, I advise you to do that, because they would definitely put some smiles on your face. I know I'll laugh.
And my niece Aaliyah, God bless her, she's the sweetest little girl I've ever met in my life. She comes, hi, Theo. She gives me a hug. And I'm telling you, I could be stressed. I could be having a bad day. Like, it's all gone when she gives me that little hug.
Oh, Heather.
Heather. Heather said, I don't care what people say. I am who I am.
That's true. Heather don't give a fuck.
She told no.
Why you have to say that so hard, though?
Because
that's the way she brings it.
Yeah, that's facts, though. I love Heather for that main reason. That's
the way she brings it.
That's another the same thing, because she old. Don't get it twisted. Heather come with that.
So somebody the dog shit out of you.
Goes to tell you about them older folks. So if you got grandma at home, don't get it twisted. Grandma will knock you out. You better not talk crazy.
But and twerk on your body when you're knocked out too. Let me stop.
Guess what?
What?
This ain't that, because they thought just because I was on that cane that I couldn't do a little dance, this weekend. But I was up there, girl. I was shaking it. Girl, I was rolling from the good side.
Oh, she was stroke twerk.
I was rolling from the good side.
That's that stroke twerk. That's how you do it. That only that good side be pumping and be hitting like that.
Yeah.
Is that what you always lead to a certain side?
I do. Yeah. Yeah.
It makes sense. Oh my God.
Because I gotta have that balance, boy. That balance gotta hit.
Yeah, I know you can't obviously see my ass, but she takes both her hands, puts on her left knee, and then starts twerking her right side. Because your left side the picture, right?
My left side.
Yeah. And you too, right, Jordan?
Yeah, but I throw that thing from either side.
Oh, my bad.
But no, I do throw it on the left and throw that right.
I don't even do no hands. I just drop.
That's because Trina, you got a lot of trash.
I low key felt like a girl when I did that right now when I was explaining it. I was like, don't ever do that again.
We were gonna talk about that.
And I popped my butt. I literally just popped my butt, and I was like, don't do that. Don't do that ever again.
See, Trina ain't got to do that because she got trash in her can. I only got trash in half of my can. So I got to hit that side.
Hey, this trash is easy to drop, but baby, when I come back up,
that's the problem. Oh
But
my
trash
god!
didn't get up. Okay.
it's like my back is up, but that back there is still on the floor.
Oh my god. Okay. So, Wisdom, you got any more? This ain't that.
Oh, don't assume that we as people, right, of different ethnicities, that we grew up ghetto. Not everyone of us is ghetto, right? I came from an Italian neighborhood. Yeah, I used to talk like a wise guy. I used to take coffee and all that. I don't do that anymore. So don't assume that I'm ghetto, because I'm not.
Don't do that sound no more, though. That was hilarious.
What, the coffee?
Yeah.
Hey, get out of here, wise guy. Get out of here.
Oh my god. But no, that's real talk. That is real talk for sure. For sure. Let me see.
Another one. Don't assume because I have a weird way of talking that I don't understand things better than most people, right? A lot of people think because I have a speech impediment now that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about because I talk funny.
Yeah.
No, this ain't that.
Ow.
I know that's right.
Ow.
No. Okay.
Sorry. I felt like I had to apologize for that. Sorry. I won't do that again.
Just say,
Don't assume just because this ain't that. Sorry, Courage, but this ain't that. Don't think because we're positive and we like to motivate and inspire that we don't have a ratchet side and we don't have our thug life, and you know what I'm saying. So when you see all angles of us, that's because we give you to you in the raw. We don't do no editing and all that because we want you to see us in our real whatever we is. So we want you to know this ain't that. We ain't gonna always be just positive and just inspiration. That don't mean we're gonna throw no negative at you because that ain't what we do. If we do, it's gonna always get flipped with a positive because that's who we are. But we like to laugh, we like to cuss, we like to talk crap, we like to do all that. So ain't no telling what you might get from us on some days. So don't be mad. I have to say that word makes an ass out of you and me. Oh, assume. Yes, auntie. Don't assume that I'm stupid because I can't always find my words.
Come on. Got it.
Absolutely. Say what you said. Authentically you. Yes, Marcella. Hey, Sugarfoot Sweet Face.
Hi, bud. Hi, pocket.
Just because I'm
I like that one. I'm gonna start using that. Sugarfoot is yours. A Honey Bun and Hot Pocket is mine.
Okay, I'm Sugarfoot.
Honey Bun and Hot Pocket.
I'm Sugarfoot Sweet Face.
Honey Bun and Hot Pocket is me. And then Katrina, you could be.
I ain't zebra cake no more because I haven't had a zebra cake in almost 4 months.
I know. I can't call you that no more.
I do got a Sugarfoot and a Sweet Face. Okay, that makes sense. All right.
Do I have a Hot Pocket?
Oh, I hope you ain't got no Hot Pocket. You should not.
I hope you don't either. That's Mr. Good Boy.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
You know what? Oh, I'm so y'all changing the show now.
Yeah, we are.
Don't.
Back on track.
No, but his name is Mr. Good Boy. Your name is Payday.
Okay.
What? Can I ask a serious question? Why do you call her Payday?
Because it's payday have so many nuts and
I figured that.
caramel
I was
and
thinking
so
because I
many.
was nutty.
It's nutrageous. You never know what you might get when you bite into it. You get the
It's
full.
outrageous.
Nutrageous.
Uh,
Yes, honey, nutrageous.
It just fit. When I thought of it, I was like,
you know what? I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that right there, and I'm just gonna.
yo, honestly, I want to like what this is. We're wrapping up here, but like when I started this show this morning, I didn't want to do it. I'm beat that ass real with y'all. I was like, y'all, I'm not in the mood. I'm tired. I just got home from therapy. The last thing I want to do is talk on the internet for an hour. But by the end of the show, every time, I always feel rejuvenated. So thank you guys for the comments, for always giving us positive encouragement and positive feedback. We appreciate y'all. And this show, I wouldn't know what to do if I wasn't doing the show. So thank you, Strength, for putting it together, and thank you for showing up and doing the show today. It was much needed.
I appreciate you. I'm gonna let you go, Courage. I talk a lot. I'm gonna let you go first.
She gonna make me cry. First of all, I'm gonna say just because I'm a survivor don't mean I'm not 100% woman. Another thing, I'm gonna apply joy because of this show, it has pushed me to the limit. Like it's always another level that I can reach going through this show. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I had so much fun this weekend. I really forgot it was Monday. And I'm like, I'm just gonna come on here raw because I have no idea what to do for my segment. But y'all just makes my day. And I'm so crunk. Yeah, I love y'all.
Oh, y'all so awesome. Y'all awesome. First of all, let me encourage you guys to head over to YouTube and to like our channel and subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you can get the notifications when we're going live. But I want to thank you for taking your time out to join us for this episode of Strengthen You. It's been an eventful day. I also didn't want to do my own show because I just got in from a flight this morning, but it was all good and it was all love. And the reason for the trip was just overwhelmingly beautiful. So
I saw that video real quick of your brother. He was doing this thing.
Yes, I seen it. He was.
Shout out, so I'm proud of my brother because it's not easy having courage, especially with a speech impediment and a special need like that, to do that. So I'm proud of him. And I think the more he's around me, the more he's coming out of his shell. And he's like, I like my sister because she don't baby me and she takes me places and do things. So he makes me feel good and makes my soul happy.
Oh, that's really nice.
So I feel good about that. So no, again, guys, don't let nobody tell you and make you feel like because something is one way that it's this way. You know what I'm saying? Like just because your situation now doesn't mean it's going to stay that way or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So don't let nobody talk about the size of your shoes when they ain't walking in them. Don't let nobody judge your life. You know what I'm saying? Like their opinion is just like their asshole. We all got one. So it is what it is with that. Take it with a grain of salt. Put your crown on because that's the thing that matters. You put that crown on and you put your lantern inside your crown and you let that light radiate all over your body. Because anything that's negative going to bounce back because you're not accepting nothing. Accept positivity. Know that you are great. You are wonderfully made, perfectly imperfect. When you're down there is nowhere else to go but up. Stay driven and be ready to win. You're beautiful, and we love you with everything in us. Thank you so much. Until next week. Oh, before I forget, tune in Wednesday to Strokes of Humor Show on YouTube and Facebook, and also on Friday we have our support group on Google Meet. You can find the link on the Strengthen You page. But yeah, love you guys. Until next time, all my honeys, have a good day. Stay up, stay positive.
Bye.